Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is October 30th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. You see me toggling back and forth here. Some high clouds moving across mainly Northern California. That marine layer is touching the coastline up and down Northern California towards the Bay Area, into some of the valleys in the Bay Area, into Monterey Bay a bit, and down towards Point Conception, kind of just touching the coastline there. But south of Point Conception, across from Los Angeles, San Diego, you are getting some nice sunny skies out there as well as the rest of the southwest portion of the USA. So if you guys want a nice affordable home weather station, which even in nice weather, it does ambient light, UV index, solar radiation. It's got an ultrasonic anemometer on it. It's all solar powered. It's got no moving parts, basically zero maintenance, and instant online access. Click on the link down below to save 10% off. It helps support the channel as well. Very fun weather station, easy to mount. So potential rainfall next week. We do have some potential here starting to show up. Low confidence right now, and I'll show you what the latest model runs have to say about this, but this is from the National Weather Service Bay Area. You can see San Francisco right there. Now, let me back this up. So this is the artificial intelligence European model. Atmospheric river into the Pacific Northwest may clip northern portions as we go through the day Saturday, bringing some decent amounts to very extreme northern portions of California, but not much further south than that. However, as we roll off in towards next week, you can see this trough get going and start to bring this frontal system chances a bit further south, maybe even towards the central coast. Some mountain snows across some of the higher terrain down towards the Sierra Nevada is possible as we go through next week as well. And then we scroll off into the future, and who knows what's going to happen then. But we do have that potential, and it is November after all, as we scroll on into the mid portion of November at the end of that run. Now, if we take a look here, again, we've got some of these offshore winds still going a little bit this morning, and it may continue for next few days, but for the most part, the Santa Anas are done this round anyway. And then we bring that atmospheric river. You can see it just clipping west zones of California as we go through the day on Saturday. Then that trails off. Then we bring the better potential for some precipitation down towards the Bay Area as we go through. That's about next Wednesday morning. Some pretty decent amounts also for, places like Crescent City and just areas north of the Bay Area, some of the higher terrain. And there is the potential for some mountain snows with that frontal system as we go through the midweek period also. And then we bring maybe another system as we go towards the end of the week. No promises with any of this right now, but at least it is showing the possibility. Now, again, looking at things as of this morning, a little bit of offshore flow still across Southern California. But as you see, as we go through the daytime, we start to turn the flow back onshore here for much of the area. Although we still have some of this easterly component right along the central coast there and across some of the Sacramento Valley, trying to creep down into the San Joaquin Valley out of the north as we go into the day on Friday. And again, you kind of see that easterly component there, but nothing too crazy here over the next few days. Now, daily 2-meter maximum temperature. This is the high temperature, and you can kind of see, of course, the desert areas are warmer. There's the Sacramento Valley, San Joaquin Valley, and in Northwest California to the top of the image. So we scroll off into Friday. You can see pretty comfortable conditions there before the trick-or-treaters get going across the region. And again, this time of year, things are very comfortable out there. Living up here in the Pacific Northwest, I'm often jealous of these temperatures as we go into the fall and some of the winter months there. So, do enjoy that. And then we go off into the extended forecast. It cools down a little bit here, but nothing too extreme. But some of these frontal systems will definitely be chopping some of the highs down off on those afternoon highs there as we go on into the first week of November or so. Then if we take a look at total precipitation in inches, this is the European Artificial Intelligence Ensemble mean. This is really the king for mid-range forecasting here. And it does show that atmospheric river clipping, again, northwest portions, but what we're worried about here as we go through next week. You see some of that precipitation getting down towards the Bay Area, and some decent amounts actually showing up for some of the northern Sierra Nevada and some of the higher terrain of Northern California, coastal areas as well as we go on in through next week. Some pretty decent amounts showing up. And we continue to scroll off into the 10 and the 15-day period, and even some precipitation showing up through the extended forecast. You're going towards the mid portion of November, so you want to take this with a grain of salt, of course, but it does show the potential even through Southern California. Maybe this will trend up, maybe it'll trend down, but we'll be watching that on a daily basis. Now, Total snow 10-to-1 ratio. Let's scroll through here, and there goes that system. That starts on Tuesday night into Wednesday. We do have the potential for some snow for all the way down through the Sierra Nevada here, and again, Siskiyous, Klamath Range, Cascades. Yeah, as we go through next week. So we'll kind of watch the potential for that system here, but that would be nice. I'd be looking forward to that if that were to trend in the models over the next couple of days. And the 6 to 10 days still above normal signal out there. We'll see how that goes. This may ebb and flow depending on just how prevalent that troughing is and just what kind of systems we potentially get as we go on into this period. And then the above normal signal, you'll notice they start to show that up all the way down into some of Central California there. So again, we'll be watching that daily. Check out the Patreon page if you like. It's a great way to to donate some of your hard-earned money towards the channel. Patreon lets creators keep around 88 to 90% of what they donate. One last look at the infrared satellite imagery. But yeah, we'll check back on this either tomorrow or the following day, and depending on just how active the weather gets. Otherwise, hope you guys are having a good day. We'll do this all again tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys then.